this season, we hit the reset button. Back on the scene, baby. And the damn door flipped backwards on the bushes. Man, what is... why me, bro? Let's get to it, you know? Well, I got it off the trailer by myself. Well, I'm out here fucking with shit like I usually do. And y'all know the car hasn't been running right. As we know, I replaced the head gasket on that side and all the pistons were fine. Compression on this side is good to go. The plugs, as you guys saw before in the previous videos, were covered in oil. That was because the valve cover gasket was bad. So what I did was, for the time being, until I can get the new valve cover seals that go for the spark plugs, I just put some RTV on the heads so I could cover the gasket, and it's been holding up very, very well. So I'm not messing with this side. I'm not even going to check this side. Right side, however, I took the plugs out earlier. As you can see, there's ones up there. I also did a compression test, but I'll get to that later. I took the plugs out here. All the plugs looked alright until I got to this back side here, cylinder 8. Both plugs had severe water damage, and one of the tips had water on it. And if you guys notice, right, you see that? I don't know if y'all can see that. You can't see it. There's like a, oh yeah, you can. The little thin line. Yeah, that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. So, which means, for one, I'm gonna buy a new tank. So that's coming in the future. And then number two, that also means that that side head gasket is also blown. I did a compression test, 2, 4, 6, and 8. 2 is still screwed. That's at 60 no matter what I do. If I put fluid in it, it goes up, of course. So we already know that my rings are bad there. For 4, that was well above 130. 5, 6, and 8 both were at 130. I thought number 8 had a problem because, like I said, severe water damage, right? Wasn't like this before, but I went ahead and just swapped it out with another spark plug. I had a spare set of spark plugs, so I did a spark plug swap, or a spark plug rotation, if that's what you want to call it. Did a running compression test, not just a regular compression test, but an actual like running compression test with all the coils out and plugged and injectors unplugged. And those were my readings. Everything was above 120. Hell, some of them were above 130. But that's how I know that this bank is having an issue. So, I took the plugs out. I cleaned them off. I put them back in. Rotated them, of course. Between the beginning of the weekend and the middle of next week, I'll be changing out the valve cover gaskets for both sides, so I won't have to worry about that. And then I'll probably be changing the head gasket on this side as well, so I can knock all that out in one swoop. That actually might, honestly, it might be a thing. Not gonna lie to you, it might be a thing. The reason, like I said, I did the compression test was because of that spark plug. Both spark plugs look like that. That's just an extra spark plug I had, so I'm not using it. Plus, I don't trust it from the way it looks. Those two are gonna go in the trash. Number five is plugged back up, as you can see, running like a champ. Number 2, I drove with number 2 plugged up. Hell, the car runs a whole lot like, oh, you see that tire mark? I left out this morning by accident and hit the gas, because I let off the gas and I hit the gas, and as you can see, those 2 tire marks right there going all the way down. Yeah, I did that. I got squirrely and shit, but hey, at least I know my gears work, right? Anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. After that, I'm gonna go under and check this torque converter bolts just to make sure they're all good, because I've been hearing a rattle, but then I also have heard the rattle stop once I hold the exhaust still. So I'm gonna check that out just to be on the safe side, as well as I'm gonna go over here and try to fix that O2 sensor line if I can finesse that. But I did find the old harness plug on my old car in the junkyard. You guys saw in the last video. Yes sir. Go ahead and take this, toss that in there. So I'm gonna do that. So today, that's what we're gonna do. This was a quick video. I wasn't really planning on recording, to be honest with you. I was just gonna do this and keep it moving, but there's been so many things that I've done in this car that I haven't recorded, to just be blunt with y'all. A lot of things I've done off camera, and I feel as though if, like I said, I'm gonna be straightforward with y'all, I need to be recording stuff. I guess I just been so down about the car not driving correctly and trying to figure out the problem that recording hasn't really been on my brain. But here I am recording again, and judging by those, tread marks, I'm getting somewhere. I'm getting somewhere in the right direction. I can tell it's a lot more powerful, way more powerful than it was before. The idle is amazing. The sound is amazing. So everything is coming back. It's just slowly but surely trying to figure out what it is. But let me get back to work. See what I mean by severe water damage? Like, that's bad. I don't know if it's because that crack in the valve cover is there or whatever the case may be, but it's bad. Like, that's bad. The coil rubber has a little bit of wear, but not enough to the point where I should worry about replacing it. But if I come across another 2006 to 2008, I'm definitely gonna grab the coils. But let me put this on in here. And I know it's the valve covers because I've got debris all over these spark plug boots, and I know for a fact when I did this the last time, I wiped them off. So it's listen to the magic. No popping, no backfiring, no ticking, no knocking. Perfect. Just my luck, my car has decided to lower itself. I think my struts might have blown out. Not sure if those iBox springs are lowering springs, but definitely lowered itself. I can't get under there. So I'm about to look for an alternative because I know I don't have a piece of wood in my car. So I'm gonna see if one of these wood planks over here will at least get me on the level where I can drive. Or I might use a rock, I don't really know. Pretty much is whatever I can find though. And I'm not seeing really much of anything except those rocks up there. So what I might do is, hopefully I don't step on shit, touch no my fucking poison ivy, no crazy shit like that. This is difficult. This is more difficult than it looks. Yeah. Have to use this. Yeah. This is gonna have to do. Try to get it on the flat side. Boom. Like that. Let's see what we rocking with. Let's see if I can work my magic. Dang it. You guys didn't see the end of the stuff. Well, let's see. I'm very fluent in English. Not so much in Spanish. So, with that being said, a gentleman just walked up to me. God dang it, this is still too low. A gentleman just walked up to me asking me for help in Spanish. Granted, I've taken years of Spanish, but I haven't spoken Spanish in years. And I could understand pretty much what he was saying, but not how he was saying, if that makes sense. We were going back and forth. I would have recorded it, but I felt like it probably would have been a little too intrusive of the conversation. But pretty much, he was asking me. He got locked out of his room, and his friends weren't there, so he needed a ride somewhere. But he got a ride. Not for me. I mean, clearly that I can't help him. But that's what he was asking. And I mean, he understands me very well, of course, because he speaks fluent Spanish, and I understand him. I understand him so. So I don't know. I just figured I'd share that with y'all because it was one of my proud moments to actually speak some sort of Spanish to someone, and it actually be worth something. Not just in a class setting, but that was actually worth something. But like I said, I didn't do too much. I didn't record or anything because, like I said, I didn't want it to be too intrusive. I didn't want him to feel like I was trying to get over or, you know, put him on the spot or anything like that. So I let it be. But, however, come like that, I am proud of myself. Because that went very, very well. Very, very well. Very well. But, back to this car. I'm just gonna get the camera. The news is, all of the torque converter bolts, are in there nice and snug, so they're not loose. Onto the O2 sensors, and then I have to reroute this wiring harness for the starter because it's rubbing on the header, and we don't want to have happen what happened back in 2017. So let's get this one situated. What I will say is I'm not sure exactly what this one goes to. This one here, I know you probably can't see it, it's probably not focused, but hopefully you can even see it from the angle that I've got it. But other news, my transmission's not leaking, so kudos to me on that. But major news, I'm not sure if this is the right one that I plugged into. To be quite frank, to be honest, I don't know if it is on this harness here that I have going on. Also, it gives me a chance to look at and see where this harness connects, and if I have the ability to disconnect it off of another vehicle, which it looks like it. God damn it. Got dirt all in mine. Alright, let's just sit this. It looks like I can. I'm gonna try to unplug this one because this whole harness is connected together. So let's see if I can take that off. Right, I got both of those there. This is held on by a zip tie. They extended this whole harness for whatever reason. Didn't suffice though at all. Got my harness connection extension right somewhere. I don't know what I just did with it. Oh, it's in my other hand. That's holding the camera. There it is. But let me figure out which side. Well, definitely that side. That's retarded. That doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna assume that's the pre-cat. This is the post-cat. So I'm gonna plug it into the post-cat, which is right. I mean the pre-cat, which is right here, which is what I need since the rear O2 should be turned off, even though I'm getting a damn signal for them. A code. That's in. You heard it click. So that's that. I'll route that down here like I usually do. Boom, boom. I'm gonna get this O2 sensor, this old O2 sensor that I have here, out of this bag. You know, physics allow me. Work with me. There we go. Go ahead and get that out of there. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright. This is very hard to do, fighting against gravity upside down. And holding a camera. Look back just one more time. Okay. So, screwing that in. Dang, I really don't know if y'all can see that. Okay. So y'all can see that. Come on, harness. Got it in. So right now, I'm backing up so this harness doesn't keep smacking me in the damn head. And secure its place. Boom, nice and tight. And then I'm gonna wrap this around the transmission like usual. If y'all look at this O2, if you can see it, it goes up and then they extended it with all of this wire and it just goes into this connector. So this is all one thing. So I can leave the zip tie there. Cut this extra wire that they put there for no reason. Or whatever Jimmy rig they thought they were doing. Just pull this out. There we go. Boom. Done. All gone. Done. So that's done. If you can see, oh yeah, you guys can see perfectly fine. You see how this is so close to the header? I already know it's rubbing on the header. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off. The battery's already disconnected. Take this off, swing it down a little bit, and I should be good with that part. That's been worrying me, but I haven't had a jack, so today's the day to fix it. Like, look at it. It's rubbing. Let's fix it. Okay. If it'll focus, which it probably won't. I had to take the starter harness and route it around the crank sensor harness, and the way this was set up earlier was just, it was all fucked up. And up here on the harness above, it was eating into the heat. It was just rubbing. It was getting bad. And right now it's not touching on any of the cylinder at all, like in the slightest. Right here or up there, I mean, the worst case scenario is that the heat will get to it, but other than that, it's not touching. I've got this back locked in because this wasn't locked in for some reason, and this bolt was just giving me hell trying to get it off for some reason. I don't even freaking know. But let me grab this starter harness back over here, put this back on, and then I'm going to be putting the nut on there, and then putting the bolt back in the torque converter cover, and calling it a day. I feel pretty successful for the day. So let me put this NAS nut on and put that bolt in with the cover and call it a day.